Welcome to Small Potatoes.
where we give you a naughty tease of our latest Patreon episode.
Be sure to subscribe. Links are in the description. Do you engage in sex photo exchange in your relationships?
Both in and out of relationships. Yes, we do.
I know you do.
Yeah. I'm that reliable friend in many ways. I have a couple friends. If you're having a rough day, we have a code word and you will get a titty pic in an instant because I'm here for you and I love you.
You are so unique.
It's so me, right? It's true. I don't give a shit. You send me the code. I'm here for you. I'm a solid, reliable person. I love sexting. I love all that kind of stuff. So as long as it's consenting, I do not appreciate unsolicited dick pics. I do not want to see your
Yeah.
penis if I didn't ask for it. But if I ask
Mhm.
for it, I expect it immediately. But if you're
Right.
like, hey, later, I'll be like, I'm bored. Yeah. What about you?
I love sending and receiving. I think it's like an underrated form of flirtation that I'd love to participate in. Um, and I mean, I think a lot of people, especially when I was younger, or I mean, it was bordering on cell phones really coming in, let's be real. There's always this thought of like, well, what if they show other people or something along those lines? But I think usually you would trust the person you're sending to. But secondly, I would never send anything that I wasn't super confident in. So
Right.
I look damn good. Show it off. I don't care.
I
Like I
agree with
never
that too.
send a subpar picture of myself.
It's
So
absolutely true. You know, it's a wonder as long as we've been in the adult biz, there's never been like a leak of like our nudes or something. Thank
no,
goodness. And yet
no.
I agree. At the same time, any nude I've put out there, I love.
Right.
So that's fine. Although there's still, I mean, revenge porn is a thing, right?
Mhm.
But also don't feel like lives are as ruined by that as it used to be. A sex tape isn't the end of the world for a celeb anymore, right? Like Kim
Right.
Kardashian made millions, billions off that. So it's not the career ender that it used to be. I mean, it wouldn't be for
Mhm.
us based on our career. If anything, it'd be career booster. Watch out for our MUSE On The Mic coffee table book one day.
It could
Put
really
out.
skyrocket the pod, Emily.
It's true. It's true. It's merch and we could do pigs. OnlyFans what? Um, would you let a man, I love the wording on this. Would you let a man have sex with you on your period or have you had sex on your period?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes for me too. I love period
Okay.
sex. Feels great.
Okay. I'm not
Yeah.
like in love with it, but I'm so not against it. Bodily
Feels
fluids are
great. I mean,
cool.
the cleanup's a bitch, right? But
Yeah.
it feels great. And any orgasm during a period is fabulous, not just for cramping and headaches and her mood and all of that, but it helps end your period a little bit faster. You can knock a good half a day off if you come every day of your
Right.
period. And to me, 4.5 days is better than 5. Because I masturbate straight through on period days too. So yeah, period sex is a-okay for me. Um, okay. How do you feel about anal sex to oral? So ass to mouth.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, I had a
Um,
girl.
Yeah.
Same.
But you know what? It was a tip I was doing for just the tip that was talking about when you're sexually aroused, your tolerance for disgust increases. And it does. Like I remember once in particular, um, that it wasn't necessarily good. But in that moment, the disgust of it made it better. Like
Yes.
it really was awesome. But
Yeah, raunchy is hot.
yes.
Absolutely. It's vulgar, it's gross, it's grimy. I like it.
Mhm.
As I'm saying those words, I'm hearing Dean Blundell in my head because he loves things a little raunchy and hilarious. But it's true. Like, even things back in the day where I'd be like, oh my God, I'd never do that. That's
Mhm.
gross. Super hot now. Super
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Sign me
Things
up.
change as you get older.
Things change. People evolve.
Um, would you or have you in your personal sex life recorded yourself having sex?
Um, no. But
No,
one
you
time I let a
haven't.
guy take a video of me giving him a blowjob.
Okay.
The deal was though we would each watch it once and then delete it afterwards.
Okay.
Um, I didn't watch all of it because I wasn't critical of like how I looked or anything. It wasn't my best work. I was very upset with myself. That said, I was drunk and I don't give my best head when I'm drunk. So
Right.
I watched a bit and I was like, okay, I get the gist. And I just kind of moved on. He
Yeah.
enjoyed watching it once. I made sure he deleted it from the delete folder too.
Hmm.
Um, but I didn't get particularly more excited by it necessarily. I was like, oh my God, he's filming me. This is so hot.
Hmm.
But I would love to be that comfortable. I would be
Right.
up for it in the right situation if I felt like really smoking hot and really trusted him, especially if he was hot too and it all looked hot. I'd be like, okay,
Hmm.
that official.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. What about you?
I have, not often, and I'm not super comfortable with it.
Mm,
It's not an easy yes for me. And I think the
fair.
same thing. I mean, you know what? Women, we're tough. Like we're very critical of ourselves, and that's the only standpoint it comes from is
It's true.
I don't want to watch again those moments or feel the pressure to like, oh, I got to look this way or this way. I wouldn't be in the moment
Right.
having sex. I'd be working. So for that reason, it's a no for me.
Do you
But I've
have a
done
bit
it.
of hindsight though, like in terms of your self-confidence where like I think back of times, let's say in my 20s, where it was like, oh my God, I need the lights off because I feel so fat today, or I'm so
Right.
this, or I'm so that. And now at 43, I'm like, I wish I recorded that because I was fucking hot when I was 20 something. So like
True.
my hindsight ego is huge. My in the moment ego is like, maybe, maybe not. It's dicey. It
Yeah.
depends on the day. But if I had video of some of the like scandalous shit I did when I was younger, I fully wish I could watch it back. Cause like,
True.
yeah,
True. I
right?
get it.
It's weird.
I
It's
kind of want to
weird
see
because like
20-year-old me. I'd probably lost her,
listen,
but
we all think we're hideous at that time because we're 20. What do we know about life, right?
mhm.
It, like teenagers, all those things. And then hindsight comes along and you're like, why did I think I was fat then? Why did
I
I
know.
think I was this then? Because you look at 20-year-olds now and I'm like, God, I wish I looked like that again. And it's media infiltrates our brains and makes us think that. Because truth
Mhm.
of the matter is, we're all hot. Women are hot all the time. They're gorgeous. We're gorgeous
Yeah.
creatures, right? And it's ridiculous that we feel that way because are we really limiting something that could be an awesome intimate memory with an intimate partner
True.
that we would look back on 20 years from now and go, ooh, 43-year-old me was so hot compared to 63-year-old me, you know? The
Yeah.
same should apply. And yet we don't learn that lesson. We just carry on the self-consciousness. So shame on us and shame on media influence, but I wish I had recorded some things. I'll say that.
Well, then, moral of the story, Emily, is we should be making some sex tapes right now because
Fair.
when we're 60 something, we will enjoy them.
We will. We'll get way too drunk one day and be like, pull out the tapes.
And we'll share them, I'm sure.
I love it. I love it. That's a goal. There you go. You just set a new life goal for us. I love you.